Yaha! The topic for this video is why I love women being wild and free. Wow, we have been on this planet for a few million years as a human race, and what tends to happen is that we have been entering into this domestication process, into this matrix building that basically has been killing a lot of our wild nature. And when it comes to women expressing themselves and entering to their wild self, guess what? The frames of matrix and the frames of civilization have been creating this very constricting vehicle for all of us. And if we focus more on what has been happening to women, to the female consciousness, to female kind, it is that behind all this domestication and behind all this commercialization and behind all these networks and straight roads and all that, there is something more subtle and something more feminine, something that has to do with the connection and our love to nature, something that has to do with our liberation, energetic liberation, with our sexual energy, with all these qualities that are beautiful and that are in the core of our essence and our being that we have been losing touch with. And so the place where it expresses itself is in the conditioning that has been imposed on women and on female consciousness. When you look at religious systems, the way they function is really within square frames where a lot of the freedom and a lot of the self-expression, radical self-expression, a lot of the wild side, a lot of the emotions and the beauty and joy and feelings and sensuality have been suppressed and locked within boxes. And so when I see, nowadays, today, women engage into practices that are going to be liberating for them, engaging into sensual or erotic freedom, or engaging into simply tapping into these deeper layers of themselves. What happens in my system is that there is an expansion because I'm in touch with the wounded feminine. I feel it in my system. I feel how much pain has been created on this planet. And my goal here is to encourage you and to support and sponsor the liberation of human freedom and the liberation of female and feminine energy freedom. And so the reason why I stand for that is because of how it makes me feel when I feel humankind liberated. When I feel women being themselves and free and open and wild, it's just going back to this source of nature, going back to this original place where we were all one, united within this field of energy. And so what it means breaking the frames that are no longer useful to us, breaking the frames of conditioning that are no longer appropriate for our human evolution. We have the power to be in this state of energetic liberation, and this is what we want to tap into. And so I feel it in my system, when I feel like there is an energetic block and I'm sitting in front of a woman who is holding back in tension, in pain, in suppression of her beauty, of her energy, because of being afraid of bringing it out. It hurts my system, it contracts me. I go like, oh God, that's so painful to feel. And so when I feel the opposite emotion, the emotion of liberation, the emotion of space and opening, I see women jumping into rivers and waterfalls, being free and liberated in this space of connecting with their own nature and their own wild side. Guess what happens in my system? My whole being goes like, ah, yes, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to witness your beauty, your raw essence. Everything that makes you beautiful and woman, I want to embrace that. I want to open space around you, tell you how much I love this expression of yourself and how much I'm here to sponsor and to help you and to do anything I can for this space of the wounded feminine to be healed and go back to freedom, go back to wild, go back to expansion, to this place of openness and light and beauty and raw energy that you all deserve to have in your life. This message is for women, but of course it can be generalized for the totality of humankind and what we're doing in this planet. But right now, I want to honor you, I want to respect you, I want to give you my love, my bliss, and encourage you to move further into the space of wild liberation. I love you.